Hi, my dear students. Welcome back. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So never fail to prepare. Today we are going to discuss 20 multiple choice questions from your chapter Knowing Plants. Some questions are from outside the textbook or from your previous year's textbook. Okay, now we can enter to our first question. Rose plant is a dash. That's the question. There are four options. The first option is herb. So you have to think about that. Herbs are very short plants with green tender and thin stems. And in the case of the shrub, it's plants with the hard and thin stems. But in the case of trees, they are very big plants with woody stems. And in the case of the last option, climber, these plants need a support to climb up. So you can eliminate some answers D, C, like that. So the choice is coming to B. So our answer is B. Your next question, the food is prepared by plants in the form of fats, oil, glucose, or proteins. So we can think about the first option, that's fats. Actually, fats are energy giving food, and there is no chance here for an answer. And next is the choice is oil. For oil also we can eliminate. Next, this is the important one, the glucose, and then the protein. Food made through photosynthesis is in the form of glucose, and then it's converted to different parts, and they are finally stored as starch. So here the option is C, glucose. Now we can move to the third question. Dash is the broad part of the leaf. There are four options. First is the lamina, second is the petiole, third the midrib, and the last option is vein. So look at this figure. You can see this part, which the broad part of the leaf, which is marked as the lamina. That's the answer. But we can look through the other parts also. What is petiole? Petiole is a small stalk by which a leaf is attached to the stem. Midrib is part of stalk continuing into the leaf. Veins are network of small branches starting from the midrib. Here, lamina is the answer. We can move to our fourth question. Seed is formed from leaf, flower, ovary, or ovule. You can eliminate the first two options. Look at the last two options, ovary and ovule. Here, the ovule is a small structure you can find inside the ovary. You know, ovary is the thick bottom part of the style. Ovary turns into fruit and ovule turns into seeds. So the answer is D, ovule. We can move to our next question, fifth one. Which is the female part of a flower? Look at this figure. The male reproductive part of a flower is stamen, which consists of the filament and anther. So this part is the filament and the end part is the anther. Pistil is the female part of the flower, which consists of stigma, style, and ovary. Here, option D, pistil is the answer. We can move to our next question. Loss of water from the leaf is called fertilization, pollination, germination, and transpiration. So what's fertilization? It's the fusion of male and female gametes. And pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to sigma. And germination is the growth of a baby plant from a seed. And here comes our option. Transpiration is the loss of water from the aerial part of the leaf. Here the option is D. Seventh question. The arrangement of veins inside a leaf is called veins, petiole, venation, or midrib. It's a direct question. The answer is venation. Transpiration takes place through chlorophyll, stomata, midrib, or veins. Look at this figure. Stomatas are small holes found underside the leaf. They help the plant to take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, release oxygen, and also the water vapor. Here the question is about transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water from the aerial part of the leaf. So midrib and veins and chlorophyll is not coming under that category. Stomata is the answer. Androceme is which part of the flower? Root, male organ, female organ, or leaf? Androceme is made up of male reproductive part, stamen. Answer is B. Our next question. Insectivorous plants like pitcher plant grow in soils deficient in dash. Most plants take nitrogen from nitrates in the soil. But insectivorous plants like pitcher plant live in marshy places where nitrates are not that much sufficient. Here the option is nitrogen. Our next question is the tip of a leaf is called midrib, lamina, leaf apex, or petiole. You can see this figure. Just look at this figure. The tip of the leaf is called leaf apex. C is the option. We can move to our 12th question. Identify the creeper from the following: pumpkin, grape, potato, or tomato. Plants that grow along the ground like pumpkin and watermelon are creepers. The option A is the correct choice. Here comes our next question. Which gas is released by plants during photosynthesis? Nitrogen, carbon dioxide, helium, or oxygen? You know that plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and releases oxygen. And here option D is the correct choice. 14th question. Ginger is modified stem, leaf, root, or flower. Like potato and turmeric, ginger is also considered as modified underground stem. Here option A is the correct choice. Next question is identify this insectivorous plant. Pitcher plant, sundew plant, Venus flytrap, or butterwort. Venus flytrap is a plant native to California area in US. Here the option C is correct. Our next question is which among the following is an aquatic plant? Hydrilla, cypress birch, garlic mustard, autumn olive. Hydrilla is the answer. Next is the side of a leaf is called leaf apex, leaf margin, lamina, or leaf base. This question we already discussed. The side of the leaf is called leaf margin. The 18th question. The bud present on the knots in the axil of a leaf is called apical bud, terminal bud, lateral bud, or axillary bud. Here the answer is D, axillary bud. Next question, 19th question is male reproductive part of a flower is stamen, pistil, sepal, or pedicel. There is no chance for the options C and D. We can look at the other two options. You already noticed that stamen is the male reproductive part. A is the choice. Our last question. Which part of a flower turns into fruit? That also we already discussed. Ovary turns into fruit and ovule turns into seed. Multiple choice questions are an integral part of our educational system. So practice more and more questions. All the best.